Scene script. Have you ever wondered why geese fly in a V formation? It's a sight of beauty, elegance, and teamwork. Yes, you heard it right, teamwork. The phenomenon of geese flying in a V formation is one of nature's finest examples of the power of teamwork. Picture this, a flock of geese, their wings beating in unison, cutting through the air in a perfect V. But why this formation? Why not a straight line or a cluster? The answer lies in the very heart of teamwork. Each bird's wing beat creates an uplift, a pocket of reduced air resistance, for the bird immediately following. This uplift allows the following bird to use less energy to maintain flight, essentially getting a free ride on the currents created by its predecessor. This isn't just a spectacle of aerodynamics but a brilliant strategy that speaks volumes about cooperation and synergy. By flying in this formation, the whole flock adds at least 71% greater flying range than if each bird flew on its own. That's right, 71%. This means they can fly longer, cover more ground, and ultimately reach their destination more efficiently. Now imagine if one bird decided to go it alone, to break off from the formation and fly solo. It would quickly realize the immense effort needed to maintain flight without the help of its teammates. The journey would become arduous and exhausting. The lone bird might not even make it to its destination, but when they fly together, when they use the power of teamwork, they soar. They achieve something that would be impossible for any single bird to accomplish alone. They demonstrate that, by working together, we can overcome challenges, reach new heights, and achieve our common goals more efficiently. So the next time you see geese flying in that perfect V, think about the power of teamwork. Think about how much more we can achieve when we work together, when we support each other, when we leverage each other's strengths. Just like geese, humans can achieve more when they work together. Consider the Apollo 13 mission, a real-life testament to the power of teamwork. Launched on April 11, 1970, Apollo 13 was the seventh manned mission in NASA's Apollo space program. The mission aimed to land 2 astronauts on the lunar surface. However, just over 56 hours into the mission, an oxygen tank in the service module exploded, causing a critical failure. This explosion put the 3 astronauts Jim Lovell, Jack Swigert, and Fred Hayes in a perilous situation more than 200,000 miles away from home. With limited power, loss of cabin heat, shortage of potable water, and the need to make an emergency course correction, the situation was dire. The ground crew at NASA's Mission Control Center in Houston, Texas, led by Flight Director Gene Kranz, had to think on their feet. They worked tirelessly to strategize a solution, a task that required not only vast technical expertise, but also exceptional communication and collaboration. The astronauts aboard Apollo 13 had to rely on their training, their problem-solving skills, and above all, each other. They had to execute the ground team's instructions flawlessly, under extremely stressful conditions. The ground team and the astronauts worked in harmony, demonstrating the power of effective teamwork under pressure. In a remarkable display of problem-solving, the ground crew devised a way to fit square carbon dioxide scrubbers from the command module into the round holes of the lunar module system. This improvisation allowed the astronauts to have enough breathable air for the journey home. In the face of adversity, the Apollo 13 mission showcased extraordinary teamwork. The astronauts and ground crew demonstrated how communication, collaboration, and problem-solving can overcome the most daunting challenges. The Apollo 13 mission was not a lunar landing success, but it was indeed a successful demonstration of the power of teamwork. Without teamwork, the safe return of the Apollo 13 crew would not have been possible. Another compelling example of teamwork is the Miracle on the Hudson. In January of 2009, U.S. Airways Flight 1549 took off from New York's LaGuardia Airport, only to collide with a flock of birds just a few minutes into the flight. The bird strike caused both engines to fail, and the aircraft was suddenly a glider, high above one of the busiest cities in the world. In the cockpit, Captain Chesley Sullenberger, known to most as Sully, and First Officer Jeffrey Skiles were faced with a split-second decision. They could try to return to LaGuardia or attempt to reach another nearby airport. But they chose a third option, a seemingly impossible one. They decided to land their Airbus A320 on the icy Hudson River. This daring decision was only the beginning. What followed was an extraordinary display of teamwork. Captain Sully guided the powerless plane towards the river, while Officer Skiles worked feverishly to restart the engines. Meanwhile, the cabin crew prepared the passengers for an emergency landing, instructing them to brace for impact and be ready to evacuate. When the plane hit the water, it was the cabin crew who guided the passengers out onto the wings, reminding them to leave their belongings behind. They worked tirelessly to ensure that everyone, including a baby and an elderly passenger, was accounted for and safe. But the teamwork didn't stop there. Within minutes of the emergency landing, the New York Waterway ferries and the U.S. Coast Guard arrived on the scene. They worked together with the plane's crew to rescue all 155 people on board, in temperatures barely above freezing. The miracle on the Hudson wasn't just a testament to the skill of one pilot. It was a shining example of what can be achieved when people work together under pressure, each contributing their unique skills and expertise towards a common goal. This incident shows that teamwork can make the difference between life and death. So what makes a team successful? Well, at the heart of any successful team are a few key elements that truly make it shine. Let's delve into these vital components and see how they played a role in the real-world examples we've discussed so far. First, clear communication. Like the crew of Apollo 13, a successful team needs to express their ideas, concerns, and feedback in an open and transparent manner. It's not just about talking, but also about listening and understanding each other. When communication lines are open, a team can navigate through even the most complex problems, just like our astronauts did. Next, trust. Trust is the bedrock of any team. Just like Captain Sully and his crew on the Hudson, team members need to have faith in each other's abilities and intentions. When trust is present, it fosters a safe environment where everyone feels comfortable to take risks, make mistakes, and learn from them. Then, collaboration. The beauty of a team lies in its ability to bring together diverse talents and skills. By working together, team members can achieve more than they could have individually. Remember the Apollo 13 mission? It wasn't just the astronauts in space but also the ground crew back on Earth, who collaborated to bring the crew safely home. Finally, a shared vision. A team is like a ship, and every ship needs a compass. The shared vision is this compass, guiding the team towards a common goal. Whether it was the safe landing of Apollo 13 or the miracle on the Hudson, a clear shared vision was what kept everyone focused and motivated. So, as we've seen, the key to successful teamwork lies not just in working together, but in creating an environment of clear communication, mutual trust, effective collaboration, and a shared vision. Remember, a team is not just a group of people who work together. A team is a group of people who trust each other. In conclusion, teamwork is vital in overcoming challenges and achieving shared goals. We've taken a journey together, exploring the incredible power of teamwork. We've seen how a group of individuals, when united by a common purpose, can achieve the seemingly impossible. We've seen this in the heart-stopping story of the Apollo 13 mission, where the combined efforts of the crew and ground control turned potential tragedy into a triumph of ingenuity and collaboration. We've also seen the power of teamwork in the remarkable tale of the miracle on the Hudson. Captain Sully and his crew, along with the first responders and ferry crews, all worked together seamlessly, each playing their crucial part in the safe evacuation of every single passenger. We've learned about the key elements of successful teamwork, reminding us that it's not just about having a group of people. It's about having a group of people who communicate effectively, trust each other, and are committed to the same goals. These stories and principles aren't just for astronauts or airline crews, they're just as relevant in our daily lives. Whether we're collaborating on a work project, participating in a community event, or even just planning a family vacation, the power of teamwork is all around us. We see it in the synchronized flight of geese, each bird taking turns to lead and reduce the wind resistance for those behind. We see it in our own bodies, where different organs work together to keep us alive and healthy. And we see it in nature, where different species cooperate for mutual benefit. So let's take these lessons to heart. Let's strive to be effective team players, to communicate openly, trust each other, and work towards our shared goals. Let's remember that, like the geese, we're stronger together than we are alone. Next time you're part of a team, remember the geese, the Apollo 13 crew, and the miracle on the Hudson. Remember the power of teamwork.